will you give the invocation for us?
I don't know how I get called food. Let's pray together. Heavenly Father, thank you so much for your presence with us. We're so grateful always to have a chance to gather together, have a chance to scatter into the community and to, in many ways, embody the motto service of ourselves. Thank you for food, for Brady and Madison working so hard to serve and prepare us. Thank you so much for our District Governor Brenner being here with us today. We just are grateful for his leadership, and we thank you, Heavenly Father, just for his words that he will bring us later on. Thank you for your love for us, and it is in your name we pray.
Amen. And you'll join me in the Pledge of Allegiance.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic which stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. You may be seated. We do have any visiting Rotarians or guests in the crowd? I don't think so. And of course, today we have Dave Brenner and Christy Pomeroy with us, and we will officially introduce them in just a minute. Let's do Happy Dogs. Matt, you're standing.
We're going to learn. Happy for 2 lunches today. I told everybody.
Happy for our assistant governor and district governor being here.
Happy for football.
Happy for our guests.
Happy to be here.
Happy for Governor Brenner is present.
I'm happy Matt was standing. Oh, I know. Yeah, but I
I'll get it.
I'm just happy to be here, happy to be back in the North.
Happy to be here.
All right, I'm breaking protocol. I have $1, but I'm happy for our guests. I'm happy for Ray's chicken fried steak, and I'm happy for Courtney that she knows electronics.
What's this got to do, everyone?
Thank you, Matt, and I'm sorry I broke the flag. So we do have a few announcements today. I'm going to do a shameless plug here for the district. We have a fundraiser going on. I've got one flyer set on one side. I'll throw this one on another table. This is something that you're interested in doing to support District 55. We do appreciate it. We will be volunteering again at Straight Street on August the 29th and the 30th. We would like to have at least 2 people each night. If anyone's available, please reach out to me and let me know. And that is not this weekend, but next weekend. So I know it's a little bit short notice, but if you can help, please let me know. We also continue to consider donating to Phil's fundraiser that he has sent out for the foundation, and that would be great for King Dixon Scholarship.
Just sign off of that. I know Phil put it in his letter, but just a reminder, if you can, please send that directly to the Lawrence Foundation. And it is supposed to be made out to the Lawrence Community Foundation. Sorry, Paul, we'll get it worked out. But just in the memo, put Lawrence Rotary Club on that when you mail it, or drop it by there.
Thank you, Matt.
Yeah, sorry.
Are there any other announcements for a call?
backpack at 9 o'clock tomorrow morning, and the crowd did a great job of making it 70 instead of 60.
Perfect, thank you, thank you. Any other announcements? We good? All right. If you would, one thing that, if you would help me do is welcome our district governor, Dave Brenner. Will you please stand? And also Miss Christy Pomeroy. So we're very grateful for them to be here today, and you may be seated now. I'm going to introduce Christy, and then I'm going to allow her to introduce the district governor to us. I get my glasses for this. I forgot to tell her that I needed size 40 font. Christy joined Rotary Club of Newberry in 2013. She served as the club's president in 2019 and 20, and is currently the club's treasurer. This is her first year serving as Area 10 Assistant Governor for District 7750. She is originally from Colorado and took a long way to South Carolina, first moving to Colorado and then to Virginia before relocating to South Carolina in 2009. She has been in the software development industry, focused on human resource software for over 30 years. However, 13 years ago, she and her husband transitioned their love of wine into a business and opened Half Full Cafe and Wine in Newberry, which obviously we all need to visit. So please join me in welcoming Christy. Thank you.
Thank you, and I almost did make the font bigger today. I looked at it, I was like, maybe it should be bigger. But, all right, I have the pleasure of introducing Dave Brenner to you this afternoon. Dave joined the Rotary Club of Greenville Breakfast in 2013, just like me. He served as his club president in 2015 and 16, and again in 2021. I served as assistant governor and RILA chair for the District 7750 from 2021 to 2024. He's a graduate of the Rotary Leadership Institute. Dave supports the Rotary Foundation as a Paul Harris Society member and is a major donor. Dave is a graduate of Westminster College in Pennsylvania with a BS in physics. He holds an MS degree in aeronautical systems from West Florida and an MSBA from Indiana University. He served 7 years in the U.S. Navy as a naval aviator. After the Navy, he spent 37 years in the tire business, retiring from Michelin in 2011. He was the plant manager at the Michelin plants in Fort Wayne, Indiana, Tuscaloosa, Alabama, and his final 7 years prior to retirement as the plant manager of Ardmore, Oklahoma plant. During his career, he was always active in the communities in which he worked, serving on numerous committees and boards. He was president of the Arbuckle Area Council, Scouting USA for 3 years. He's an Eagle Scout, recipient of the Silver Beaver Award and the National Eagle Scout Association Outstanding Eagle Scout Award. He also served on the executive committee of the Oklahoma Business Roundtable, which is economic development, and he currently serves on the executive board of the Blue Ridge Council BSA. In his spare time, Dave enjoys golf, fishing, hiking, and reading. He and Peggy have been married for 51 years. They have 3 children, 4 grandchildren, and 1 great-granddaughter. Please help me in welcoming Dave.
Thank you, Christina. Make someone sound awful more important than they are, I think, when I was reading all that. First thing we'd like to do today is recognize the good work that all of you did last year. If Ashley was actually, please come forward. We have it's my honor, I guess, to award to your club the Gold Award for the Governor's Excellence Award. So congratulations on what a great job. Thank you.
There we go.
again, congratulations on that, and appreciate all the good work you did, and I hope that next summer I'll get to award Cathy with that award for the good work that you're doing this year. I will note, if I can find my glasses, you know, I wore glasses for like, I don't know, 40 years. So I was 35 or 40, something like that. And I had cataract surgery a few weeks ago, so I'm kind of getting used to trying to put reading glasses on and off. So if if you see me kind of stumbling around, that's the reason. But I did note, looking at your pamphlet here, I will also say that I think that's the first time I've ever been mentioned in a prayer. So I appreciate that. I hope it does me some good, because I probably need it. But I did note that looking at the August birthdays, that Cathy Little's birthday is tomorrow. So happy birthday. You guys sing happy birthday?
We can.
No, you don't do that. Okay. You don't want me to sing it, I guarantee that. I met with your board this morning, and just really appreciative of all the good work that you are doing. You are really a solid Rotary Club, and it's a pleasure to be here. I haven't been here, quite frankly, for several years when I was your assistant governor, and you moved. Okay? I don't know if you were trying to get away from me or try to get me distracted, but it's a good thing I have GPS, or I'd be down sitting at the square waiting, wondering where the Rotary meeting was. So thank you, but it didn't work. I'm still here, so just to let you know that. But anyway, let me start by, you heard that I've been involved in scouting over the years. Everybody you want to talk about your Rotary story, and I'm going to tell you that my Rotary story started when I was 10 years old. I raised my hand and I said, on my honor, I will do my best to help other people at all times. And I learned that as a scout, and those of you who were in scouting, you learned that as well. So, I think that the importance of the work that we do with our youth, because we all have mentors or people that we look up to. For me, it was my scout leaders. For you, it may have been somebody else. It could even be a Rotarian, and the work that you guys are doing with the youth, your backpack program, and you're starting a new program with the high school kids downtown. I think it's absolutely wonderful, and I think it just says how important the work we do with you is. So thank you very much. I know you support RILA and all those good things. So that's actually great news. Let me talk about this message up here. That's a message from our president, Rotary International President, Francesco Arezzo. I practice that name all the time, but he's from the he's from the Rotary Club of Ragusa in Italy. And his message is, unite for good. So what does that mean? It's not a theme. We've always had themes, and you guys know we ride around those themes. Last year we were the magicians, magic of Rotary. And to me, a theme kind of tells a little bit about what Rotary is. President Arezzo's message of Unite for Good is more of a call to action for us to work together. And what he means by that is, individually we do great things. You guys do wonderful things. Together as a Rotary Club, you do even better things. And if you unite with other Rotary clubs, you don't have Rotary clubs in this area, or nonprofit organizations, you can even do greater things. And I think the testimony to that is what we as Rotarians, as the Rotary did to eradicate polio. In 1985, we went to the Philippines and proved that you could eradicate polio. And then the World Health Organization and places like USAID, and then the Bill and Gates Melinda Foundation came on board. And we, quite frankly, have changed the world by eliminating or eradicating polio almost. And we've got a little stretch there between Afghanistan and Pakistan that still has some wild polio virus. But think of all the kids and all the mothers and fathers that can sleep tonight and not worry about whether their child is going to contract polio and be crippled for life. Many of you are as old as I am, and you know how devastating polio was back in the 40s and 50s and even before. I remember as growing up that they would shut down, we would shut down the community pool because somebody in town got polio. And at that time they thought it was transmitted in water. So we have done a wonderful thing, and all of you in supporting that have done just a tremendous thing. But Unite for Good then kind of leads to our vision, and I think you probably all know our vision is together. And we see a world where people unite and take action to create lasting change across the globe, in our communities, and in ourselves. And from that, we end up with our 4 items, or 4 action items: increase our impact, expand our reach, enhance participant engagement, and increase our ability to adapt. Now, I'm going to try to break that vision down and talk about what it really means to us in Lawrence and us in District 7750. The first one comment is expand our reach. Obviously, that one is pretty obvious. We just need to grow Rotary and bring in more Rotarians. So why do we want to do that? I think you guys all know that. You know, we do more good. We got more hands to do projects. We got more ideas. We got more people to take leadership positions in our club. And sometimes you even get one that's not even been in Rotary for a year before you send her to pets. But anyway, I think I can fit that bill too. That happened to me. And you can, when you do fundraisers, you got more people helping, selling tickets, or whatever you're doing to raise funds. So that's why we need to grow Rotary. So how do we grow Rotary? First, I think it's very important to recognize that there isn't a Rotarian in District 7750 that joined Rotary to be a member of just District 7750. They all joined Rotary in a Rotary club. They joined to be part of that club. Likewise, if they left Rotary, they left a Rotary club. They didn't leave Rotary. So the Rotary clubs are the things that make things happen in our district and in Rotary. Now but we don't want to let you hang out there alone. We've got a Grow Rotary team. The chair of our Grow Rotary team, the membership chair, is Jameson Tinsley from the Rotary Club of Emerald City. And we've got an attraction committee headed up by Jim Nichols from the Rotary Club of Greer. We have an engagement committee that's headed up by Kylie Herbert. If you know Kylie, she's Miss Engagement. She'll get things excited, and she's our engagement chair. So we got people that will help you and reach out and do what you need to do to make progress. We also have this year what I'm calling a new club development team. I know there's a lot of clubs that have been interested in starting new clubs, but really don't know how to get started. So Roger Heitzig from the Rotary Club of Greenville has headed up that team, and he'll come to any club within our district or a member of the team and help you go through that process so that we can get more Rotarians in our district. Well, let me talk about retention first, because I think that is really the important thing. And let's talk about, in our action plan, we talk about enhanced participant engagement. And that's all about getting people involved. If we don't have a vibrant Rotary Club, you can't keep people, and you can't attract people. So it's important that we have fun. We have clubs that are dynamic because the world is changing. We've become more visible. PI programs. We become more impactful. We do the things that are making an impact. And yes, we have more fun. Without fun, we're not going to get people. We're not going to stay. We all want to have fun. Every club is unique, has its own culture, but every club can be attractive, and every club can be dynamic and positive. You guys I'm talking to the choir here because I know you guys are that way. Your attrition rate is very low, much lower than the district average. But members do leave. People do leave eventually. Life happens. Unfortunately, people pass away, they move away, they have kids, whatever the reason, there are things that happen in life that they have to leave Rotary. But that's a percentage of it. But there's also a percentage of people that leave because they don't enjoy the club experience. They don't enjoy the club that they belong to. So first thing we need to do, if we're going to involve people and get them engaged, is we need to find out what they want. You know, it doesn't do us any good to work on Project A over here when they're all interested in doing Project B. So you do a survey, you can talk to your members, whatever, but you need to find out what they're doing. And then you think about, okay, you attend a Rotary meeting. I tell people, you know, you come into a Rotary meeting, take a minute and just stand there and see what's going on. Are the members having fun? Are they talking? Is the conversation going on? If it's not, then obviously we need to do something to change that. But also ask yourself these questions when you leave a Rotary meeting. Ask yourself, did I learn anything? Did I learn something new? Did I help somebody? Or did I find out a project that we're going to help somebody with? Did I have fun? Did I get to spend time with people that I enjoy being with? And then ask yourself, am I looking forward to my next meeting? If you're not, then again, we need to work on that and become more involved, become more engaged, make sure that we're doing things that people are enjoying. People leave, you know, oftentimes people say, well, I don't want to spend the money for Rotary. And you know, that's true, they don't want to spend the money for Rotary, but the reason is not because they don't have the money, it's because they're not getting the value for that money. We all want something from the money that we invest and the time that we invest in something. So that's what they're telling you. We're not giving people what they want. So please help us do that and make sure that we're doing what people are interested in. So why do people stay in Rotary? Why do you guys stay in Rotary? Probably the reason you're going to give is because you enjoy the club that you're in. You enjoy the club experience, and that includes all kinds of different things. But people also stay in Rotary because they like being part of the bigger picture. Rotary is doing a lot of great things around the world, and they like to be involved in that. They want to be Rotarians. And I just challenge all of you to be Rotarians. Don't be the guy that comes in here, has dinner, has lunch, eats some of Ray's good food, and goes home. There are things that we can be involved in. Take your RLI courses. There's plenty of courses online in Rotary.org that you can take online. You can be involved in the leadership of both your club and the district. So I encourage you to do that. Become Rotarians. Go to different clubs and see what they're doing. You get some ideas. Go to your district events and and see what people are doing and exchange ideas about things that you can do and bring back to your club. And then there's the opportunity to travel. There's an opportunity to travel in Rotary that maybe we wouldn't have otherwise. I don't know if anybody go to Calgary? Anybody? No? Yeah, 2 years ago, I took my daughter and my grandson and we went to Australia. Now my excuse was I was going to the Rotary International Convention, which I did, and they did as well. But we also got to spend 10 days with my daughter. It was just amazing. And my grandson, one of my grandsons went with us. And then last year, I took my other daughter and one of my other grandsons, and we went to Singapore to the convention, and then went to Thailand afterwards. Those are trips that I would not have made had I not been a Rotarian. And the best reason, I think, to go anywhere is that you haven't been there before. And I had never been to Australia, I had never been to Singapore, but I've been there now. And I went there because I was a Rotarian. Okay, the other part of growing Rotary is attracting members. And I know that you guys are starting a program called Rotary 101, or working on a program called 101, and that's absolutely wonderful. You've got to bring members. People need to understand what Rotary is all about. And that's what Discover Rotary or Rotary 101, whatever you want to call it does. It tells them what Rotary is all about. And we have a club support team made up of members from different clubs that have had success in building their and growing their clubs. So use them. If you want help, or they contact you, work with them, because they're there to help you. Membership and PI need to work together, hand in hand, because we're not going to attract people if they don't know about us, are we? And then I have a thing called Walk and Talk Rotary. And what I mean by that is, when you come to a Rotary meeting, I know you guys all have your badges, and you probably got pins. I got pins there for you with Unite for Good. Maybe you have your Rotary shirt on, and you're coming to a Rotary meeting, but who's there? Rotarians, right? So we're wearing it, and I'm not discouraging you wearing your Rotary stuff when you go to a Rotary meeting, but I'm just suggesting maybe there's some times that you're not going to a Rotary meeting that you might want to put your Rotary shirt on if you're proud of being a Rotarian. I know you're probably proud of being a Clemson fan or a South Carolina fan, or maybe even an Alabama fan for somebody who's lived in Tuscaloosa for 10 years. And you'll put those shirts on, or you put your favorite golf shirt on, or whatever. But why not put your Rotary shirt on? I actually got 5 people to join, or at least I got 5 people to come to a Discover Rotary. 4 of them joined our Rotary Club because I had my Rotary pin on my lapel when I was ushering in church. And they came up to me and said, "What's Rotary all about? What is that pin?" So it's a conversation starter. And then I talked to them about what Rotary is, kind of in general. I said, "But if you're really interested, come to a Discover Rotary meeting where we're going to spend an hour. We're having one a couple weeks from now. Come and learn about Rotary. And no obligation, just come and learn about it." 4 out of 5 joined. And then we have what we call the Membership Success Center, and Terry Weaver did a great job of putting all that together. That's online on DAC TV, and you can track your performance. Sometimes we get overly optimistic because we brought in 2 or 3 people in November, but if we look at it and look at what our normal last 3 years of attrition was, we didn't bring in enough people. So that gives you an idea. To me, I worked in manufacturing, and if I wanted to improve something, first thing I did was set a goal. Second thing I did was start tracking it. The third thing that happened was it got better all of a sudden, even though it didn't do anything. Because you're tracking it, you've got a goal. It just happens. It happens naturally. So I encourage you to do that, and I encourage you to keep track of all those things that are going on. Then the third part of growing Rotary is the ability to adapt. That was one of the other challenges, and we're talking there about new club development. And membership options. You give people an opportunity to join Rotary that maybe can't come to your meeting at lunchtime, and they can come to another meeting. Start a companion club. If it's of interest to you, we can certainly help do that, and we've got a whole team of people that are willing to come and work with your club to do that. It is true that if I look around the zone, the districts that had a lot of growth last year started new clubs. There's one up in Virginia, started 9 new clubs last year, and they grew by 100 in their district. So it works, but it's a challenge, and I know that. And if you're interested, just let us know. We can help you. We can help you do that. Now, getting back to our vision. The next statement is create lasting change across the globe and in our community. So how do we do that? Obviously, good projects, and you guys have a lot of great projects. But we also have a foundation that helps. We've got district grants, and I know you guys have a district grant for your backpack program and for the new program, the high school program downtown. So, but if we get to the foundation, then we can do more good in the world. Not only locally, but globally. And we have, in our district, we have a number of projects globally that I'd like to just touch on for a minute. We've got a project in Honduras where we bring clean water to villages so that the ladies in the village don't have to walk 2 or 3 miles every day, 3 or 4 times to bring water safe water to their village. Talking to Al Steele, who kind of manages that program for us, he told me since Rotary has started that project, that we probably saved, brought clean water to 15,000 people. And then he says, just think of the babies that lived because they had clean water and fresh water all the time. And we have a project in Guatemala also, bringing safe water to the schools. And we also have a project we're working on called a reverse global grant. What that is we cannot use our global, the foundation will not allow us to use the global funding part that we get back from our foundation to support anything within the same country. Okay, so Western North Carolina needs a lot of help, as you know. We can't get a grant to help Western North Carolina, but Suriname can, and Suriname is putting together a grant to help support and rebuild Western North Carolina, and we're able to use part of our global funding to help support that project. That's why it's called a reverse global grant, and that's in the process. Suriname is writing a grant now, and we've got some money that we've set aside to help them with Western North Carolina. Now, I know you guys are supporters of the foundation. You are an E-Ray club, every Rotarian every year. You're also a sustaining member club, which means every member is given at least $100. We also have a thing going on called a $1 million campaign. If anybody's interested in participating on that, it is trying to raise $1 million for the foundation, and you have to do it in $10,000 increments, and it's between July of 2023 and the end of this year. We'll have a little reception at the foundation banquet celebration on October 24th to recognize those people. And speaking of October 24th, that it will be our foundation celebration that we have every year, and we have something to celebrate this year because we set a new record in foundation giving, thanks to your help, and we certainly appreciate that. But because of that, we also have immediate past Rotary International President Stephanie Urchin. She will be our keynote speaker that night. She'll be coming to North Carolina, spending the day with us, and be our keynote speaker that evening. It's not every year that we get the Rotary International President in our district. I refer to her as Miss Magic of Rotary, because she was obviously the International President last year, and her theme was the Magic of Rotary. But she'll be here. It also happens to be World Polio Day, so we're going to have a bit of a celebration. She says we want to have something that celebrates polio. We haven't figured out what that is yet, but we're working on it. We have other district events that I would just strongly encourage you to participate in. When I talk about becoming a real Rotarian, it's really being involved in your club, certainly, but outside your club, there's a lot of things too. And I talked about, well, I didn't mention it. We have the Vibrant Club Forum, which used to be called a membership summit this weekend. Unfortunately, I don't think anybody from the club can attend, but we're going to talk, it's going to be a really neat time. We're going to do something different. We're going to have a lot of small group discussions, exchanging of ideas, and that kind of thing. And that's this Saturday at the Croc Center in Greenville. Then I mentioned the Rotary Foundation celebration, October 24th. That's Friday night, and I mentioned it again, that Stephanie Urchin, President Stephanie Urchin, will be there. She's from my home state, by the way. She's from Pennsylvania. And then April 24th, 25th, and 26th, we'll have our All Clubs Conference at the Hyatt in Greenville. And it's called, we're calling it Rotary in Motion, Unite, Lead, and Serve. And I'm going to tell you that it is an all-clubs conference that you don't want to miss. We are going to have fun. We're going to hear inspirational speakers. Friday night, we're going to have a 60s and 70s party, and I know some of you guys still got your bell-bottom pants, so bring them out. And if you don't, you can buy anything on Amazon, I'm telling you. You can buy bell-bottom pants, you can buy tie-dye shirts, you can buy piece medals, whatever you want to do to make yourself look like you were in the 60s. Some of you probably don't know what that is, but you can Google pictures and see. The rest of us really understand exactly what we looked like in 1960. May have been a little lighter, not quite as heavy, but we were there. So that's going to be Friday night. Saturday we'll have inspirational speakers. We're working on speakers. We'll have things to do in downtown Greenville. Saturday night we'll have our keynote speaker and our dinner. And then Sunday we're going to try, let me tell you, on Saturday we're also going to do some things for Interact. We're going to have some discussion groups for Interact students and facilitators. So tell your Interact club about it. We're working on those programs now. Never done it before. We've never tried it. We're going to try it this year. Hopefully it works, and hopefully we get some Interact kids out to help us, help them and help us learn more about Rotary. And then Sunday, we're going to have a jazz brunch to celebrate or at least support CART. We'll have inspirational speakers. We'll always have jazz, and we'll have brunch. We'll have inspirational speakers that can talk about what impact Alzheimer's had on them, either them personally or people that they knew or family members. Okay, so, and then if you want to do some international traveling, I've already got my registration in. I'm going to Taipei, Taiwan, where the international convention is. Never been to Taiwan, so another reason. Assuming the Chinese haven't invaded by then, we'll have our international convention in Taipei. We got 5 people already signed up from the district. There's plenty of opportunities to do so. Join me in Taiwan and we'll have a good time. And with that, I'd like to show a little video for our PI person who will show a little. And I hope to see you all there. We're going to have fun. We're going to have inspirational speakers, and we're going to get to meet people from all over this district. So I hope you're there. You've got a bookmark on your table there. Please take that with you. It's about the All Clubs Conference. Stick it in your favorite books to remind you to register as soon as registration opens. There's also a pin there. Take that with you and wear it with pride. And don't just wear it to your Rotary meeting. or when you go shopping, so somebody will ask you about what Rotary's all about. Thank you for having me today. I appreciate it, and congratulations on your performance last year, your work last year, and I know you're going to have a great year this year, so thank you very much.
Thank you, Dave, so much. We appreciate you coming to our club today to share the Rotary vision. I appreciate the time that you've taken with us. Christy, thank you so much for all your help. She's kind of a behind-the-scenes person for me and answers tons of questions all the time. But I appreciate you both being here. Dave, we do ask that all of our speakers sign a book and we donate it to a local elementary school. One more announcement that I want to make. I know Joe has set up the puzzle for the Archie Club fundraiser, so we are still doing that. It's $26.50 per puzzle piece. And I think he sold, I don't know, not quite half, so we still have a long way to go. So would you like to add anything to that, Joe?
No, I'll be right here when you go out. And so just drop off 26. You may get shit.
And you can buy as many pieces as you would like. Are there any additional announcements? All right, if you'll stand and join me for our full recess. Is it the tree? Is it here?